where did you come from?
From the void. I'm back.
What are you even doing here?
Jamie sent me. He gave me. He was looking for his ticket to ride, so he sent me over to do the intro. It's convenient, right? What? You don't want to do the intro with me?
Hi, we're Rollin, and today we're going to be covering a game called Donning the Purple, which is quite good because you're wearing reds, I'm wearing blue, and together that makes
purple. If that works.
This is so painful. Just having to stand next to it. Right, so Donning the Purple, it is an asymmetrical King of the Hill game with a bit of worker placement by Tompet Games.
So read that off the back of the box.
This is a 3-player game. You're basically the Emperor, or you're a guy in the Senate, or the heir to the Emperor. It looks really cool, and hopefully I'll get to just totally destroy Will during this game.
I think it's going to be the other way around, that I totally destroy you in the game and betray everyone else.
Get out! Are you trying to get a ticket to ride or something? Because he said that you were a ticket to riding.
No, I was in a box. Will said, just pop in here. In a box.
Cool. Welcome to Will's Cooking Show. Today we're going to start by making one of my favourite recipes. First off, you'll need a nice solid pan so you can contain all the ingredients we've got. I always start with a nice screaming butternut squash. It's perfect for all those nice starting recipe. You get some chips. Doesn't really matter what colour. You can go with blue, red, green. I just like blue chips. They work really well.
That smells nice. What are you cooking, Will?
Oh, just a nice new game. A nice new game. No. I thought it's gonna be a great game. Trust me.
Hey, so we've just finished playing Donning the Purple.
And we were donning the purple.
I donned the purple most of the time.
Yeah, I didn't fancy donning it. I had the opportunity.
You did have the opportunity.
And I was like, no, I'm out.
I'm out. Donning for Jamie here. He's a black t-shirt kind of guy.
Black t-shirt.
At one point though, I didn't want to be donning the purple. I was like, anyone else, please be the Emperor because it is stressful.
At the beginning of the game, you thought, oh, I want to be the Emperor. And then by the end of it, you're like, no.
Well, to be fair, Will was the Emperor the first round. We totally just went for him. So that kind of put people off from being the Emperor, I guess.
So it was a review copy of the game that we've been given, and I think that's really important that we mention that. So I didn't know it was a review copy of the game when I came into it, which I quite liked. A bit more objective, I think. So let's start with the positives. The positives for me, the theme was good. I like the theme. I thought it was a really good game. The theme.
It's bad when Jamie starts with the positives, right?
Yeah. And I like an area control game.
Yeah.
But I didn't like this one.
There we go.
It wasn't for me. I just didn't like it. I didn't like the mechanic. I spent quite a long time in the game. Just waiting for my turn, consciously waiting for my turn, I will add. And for a game like this, you just sort of waiting, especially because Adam was to my left, so he was always the Emperor. He went first. I was always the last player, which meant I was waiting around. I wasn't really getting the plot cards. I'd gone a slightly different tack, so I couldn't really defend anything until I'd got. So, yeah, I think if I played it differently, maybe I'd enjoy it a bit more. Okay. I've only had one playthrough. Wasn't a fan, doesn't mean I wouldn't play it again. You know me, just because I played it once I didn't like it doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like the game. It's just on the first play, it wasn't for me.
Okay. I would kind of counter your argument there with the turn waiting. They do have a mechanic in the game where basically there's only, I think, 1 or 2 actions that you can't actually copy. So, for instance, my turn, I was the first player because I was the Emperor a lot, and the actions I was doing, everyone else could do. So I just wanted to kind of just point that out in case people thought there was a long turn wait. You can still be quite involved in the game. Jamie spent most of the time just kind of sitting around in Rome, kind of passing on the copy actions, I think.
Yeah, but the thing is they're only good if you want to do that action. The thing is, I didn't want to do that action, so I spent a lot of the time
Just
sitting there
chilling
doing
around,
nothing.
right?
just
I mean, at
filling
the end of the
in row.
day, it worked out well for Jamie because he won.
Yeah, I did win,
so-
and you think I'd be ecstatic because I won, but I didn't know how I'd won.
Yeah, which is frustrating when you're playing a game. You put some hours in, and then you're not quite sure how you won.
Yeah, I felt
yeah.
like I'd be up there, but I felt like you'd put more effort in.
I put a bit of effort in there. I was at least trying to play the game.
And you weren't as rewarded for that.
Well, yeah. The what I did like about this game, the theme was personally I felt was really good. You're in Rome it felt like near the fall of the Roman Empire. You had, as the emperor, you had to worry. You had some extra actions you could do, but you had to worry about feeding the populace, keeping everyone happy, and people just stabbing you in the back. You also, as emperor, have to draw 5 event cards at the start of every kind of round, and they're not good for the emperor. They really screw you up for the turn. Will started off as the emperor, and his first 5 cards just totally destroyed him, and then Jamie and I just finished him off really. So I liked that. The combat was really simple. The game was very easy to pick up, I think. Like, it was quite an easy learning curve. And that's great in area control games, because normally you play something like Lords of Hellas, which is my favourite kind of area control game, dudes on a map kind of game. I love that, but it did take me a few kind of goes to actually understand all the rules properly.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, I watched a video online about how to play this game, I read the rule book, and great, straight in.
Yeah, and do you know what? I feel like I'm coming at this and being really negative, and I'm trying not to be. I just didn't enjoy the game. There were lots of fantastic positives. The artwork was fantastic.
Yeah.
There were so many different ways that you can play it, and being an area control game, that's really important. It lacked a bit of combat between players. I felt there wasn't enough of me being able to stop things from happening that I didn't like. You know,
Yeah.
I felt that. Also, you had the emperor there, but you could chip away at them. But that played out your hand too much, and you didn't really have enough turns really to really make enough of a significant impact to that. So I felt that was a wasting.
How long do you think it took us to play that?
It took around an hour and a half, an hour and 45.
That's pretty good for an area control
It's not
game.
bad for an area
It's a good
control
time.
game.
Granted, you didn't enjoy the game overall, so maybe that's an hour and a half you're never getting back in your life. But at the same time, it's a decent kind of length for this kind of game.
Do you know what I would say is we played Lords of Hellas and we played Scythe, and you and I had a very different view on which area control game, both being area control games. We came away from that with 2 very strong, different opinions. And I feel the same is with this. This is much more your type of area control game than mine.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still an area control game, and it was still enjoyable, but I just didn't enjoy it as much as you did.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I think the hidden agenda cards in this as well work really well. You have a different kind of like goal in the game to do. So for instance, I have.
Will, what is that smell?
Oh, it's just a lovely new game I've got on the menu.
Oh God, that stinks.
Look, it's great. Look,
it smells like
great.
a deck builder.
No, it's not. Trust me, it's not.
This card is trying to make the populace as happy as possible, and be the emperor. That was easier to do, I feel, and manipulating other people to do it. Will did all right in the game. Did he come last?
He came last.
Which is fair enough for Will.
But do you know what? Again, like he started off with the emperor and basically got trounced.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had 3 turns in which I think he was struggling to find his feet. I think if I played it again, I don't know. I think halfway through this game I was really enjoying it, but there were some little gotcha elements that really rattled me, and I think because of that, I think that's one of the big things that's put me off. Because like area control for me is about being able to see the strategy, and there's a little bit of a gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay.
That's what area control is, right? Like,
yeah, I
gotcha
know,
there.
but it's some of it felt a little bit like some of the strengths was like being able to control the Senate and having that as your turn, but then being able to just play a plot card that screwed that over twice.
Yeah.
For me,
it really took it to heart. I thought the plot cards were really good in this game.
Yeah.
Personally, like you could really screw people over, and that's not for everybody. But it kind of added to the player interaction there, because, like you were saying, one of your comments was the fact that it felt like a long time. You couldn't really affect the board that much. But I think the plot cards, if you had the right cards, you could.
But the thing was, there just seemed to be too many of that and not enough of other things that you.
Too much of that and not enough of this.
Yeah, I think if I was looking at the cards, I would.
As you can tell, because we're just rabbiting on now.
Yeah.
We both have different opinions on the game. We both enjoyed it in different ways. So we rate it.
Yeah, let's rate it. What would we rate it out of?
So we've got there's some nice components in here as well, and we got some dice in here. So we're going to use their special engraved dice here. Well, not engraved, but they're specially printed dice. It goes 1 through to
So
3.
P for paw.
Okay, P for paw and
0 for like ace, fantastic.
Amazing.
10 out of 10, right?
Okay.
So
I'll go first. Normally
Yeah.
you go first. So I'm
yeah,
going to go first.
you go first.
So out of the 6 things on here, I think 4. I'm going to give this a 4. I really enjoyed this game. I thought the theme was really good. It played in a decent amount of time for what it was. It was very easy to learn and teach the game. I think if I was going to sit down with some other people players, I could. It's got a solo mode, which I've not played yet, but that's always a bonus to these games. And also, I think that just generally, it was a really enjoyable experience for me, even though I didn't win.
I'm going to rate it 3 because I haven't played it enough to rate it lower.
Okay, that's fair enough.
No, do you know what? I'll play it again and I'll update on Instagram or something my view on it.
On the ground, okay.
But yeah, no, it's a 3. It's a good game. It's not a bad game. It's not a horrendous game. It's no Fallout. But it's just not for me. So yeah, it's a steady 3.
And a 4 from me.
So we are.
Die Rolling.
Make sure you catch us on
Instagram.
YouTube.
Facebook.
And if you want those notifications, make sure you ding that bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
Make sure to give that all a nice stir together, just to get that flavour in. Get a couple of dice to add a bit of randomness to your overall display, or your overall dish. You get a lovely couple of good games, nice quick games, add them in. It's always good to get a couple of quick games on the go, make sure, so you get a nice, good overall gaming experience. Finally, you add a dash of colour to it. Adding that dash of colour brightens it up, makes it really good. And what do we get once we've stirred all this together, made up a nice little dish? Ooh, a nice new deck builder game, fresh off the menu.